I want to bring in Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. She's a member of the Senate Judiciary, Finance, Commerce, and Veteran Affairs Committee. Senator, good morning to you. I do want to get all of your thoughts on the different things I've laid out here, and also to what you're hearing from Trey Yingst this morning on the latest there.
When it comes to Israel, we need to be certain that they have the ability and that they have what they need to defend themselves. And we know, Cheryl, that if you want to help the Palestinian people, the best thing that you can do is to get rid of Hamas. We also have to realize that there was a ceasefire before October 7th, and Hamas ended that with their attacks. So for those that keep trying to blame this on Israel, it is very important that they realize Israel has the right to defend themselves and their people. And President Trump is right on this. We should be very concerned. And you mentioned Ariane Tabatabai and Phil Gordon and that relationship. Tabatabai has been a part of the Biden administration with the top security clearance. She has been at DOD. She has been a part, or was previously a part, of the Iran Influence Initiative, and Robert Malley, who was also in the Biden administration and put on leave, was a part of this organization. Now, they went to Tehran to get advice before they were speaking to committees, and by that I say emailing, going to them, getting advice as to what to say and how to say. And the fact that Phil Gordon is an advisor to Harris, the fact that he has been close to Tabatabai, that should be something that causes us concern. When you look at what Iran is doing through their terrorist proxies, then you have to be concerned about this, and there should be no support for them. The sanctions that President Trump had on Iran were properly placed because Iran could not sell their oil. And now they are selling that oil. They are rolling in money. They're making billions of dollars as they go through this process. And with that money, they are funding Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, ISIS in Iraq, ISIS in Syria. And these attacks have to stop. And the way you do that is to make certain that Iran has no money, that they're broke, that they cannot fund these organizations.
All right. Well, the other issue I wanted to ask you about is this deal with White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. So he's going to China tomorrow to talk with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, but they're reportedly expected to lay out some kind of groundwork about a potential final meeting between President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping later this year. So what do you make about that, Senator?
I think this is what you would call a legacy trip, something that he wants to do. Jake Sullivan has been wrong on just about every one of these national security issues. He practices appeasement rather than showing strength. And the conversation with the Chinese Communist Party should be, look, we know what you're doing. Stop shipping fentanyl into our country. They do this by sending the precursor chemicals to Mexico. The labs are there. They work with the cartels. That's their distribution network. And this should be stopped. There also should be a demand that they meet the quotas that they had put in place for ag products from the United States. China isn't doing that. They know this is a weak administration. They know the president is weak, and they are getting by with buying all this oil and stockpiling it from Iran, and therefore helping to fund all of this that is taking place in the Middle East. And you also have to look at their relationship with Russia. You've got Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. Cheryl, that is that axis of evil. And President Trump showed strength. This administration will not. They are into appeasement. It is not good for us. It is not good for the freedoms of this country. It's not good for our future.
Senator, it's always great to see you. Senator Marsha Blackburn.